But the most important thing is to realize that the bloating actually is in your digestive system, which means it involves food, which means the most important thing to do is you have to figure out what is bloating you and then avoid it. And it's usually just kind of like cutting things out. But I can give you the most common reasons why people bloat. If you think about what bloating is, it's a gas and it comes from the microbes eating certain things, and it's called fermentation. So it's fermenting, just like you would see bread rising if you add yeast, or those little bubbly things in champagne or beer. That's from the microbes eating something that's creating this gas. Same thing in your gut. So we have a problem with fermentation, and chances are you're feeding too much of the wrong thing. So what these microbes live on are called, I don't know if you've ever heard this before, Steve, but they're called carbohydrates. Have you ever heard of that
Never
before?
heard of it.
Yeah. So carbohydrates are really a combination of the sugar, the fiber, and the starch. So all three of those can be great food for microbes. So what you want to do is cut down those. So like definitely the low-hanging fruit would be omit the fruit, omit the grains, the beans, things like that. Like especially like the breads and pastas and cereals and things like that, and sugars, but also like the sugar alcohols, like the so-called healthy keto friendly, but they're not bloat friendly. You have like the maltitol, the xylitol, the erythritol, the mannitol, all the tols. Not good if you have bloating. They will bloat you more because they're sugar alcohols. And all these newfangled functional fibers like the soluble corn fiber and the tapioca fiber and the polydextrose, all these funny new names that they're putting out. It's in a lot of the ingredients, and they say it's fiber, but they're manufactured. Your body's going to bloat from them. So you got to be careful of those. And then you also have the prebiotics, right? The so-called healthy prebiotics. So they're all in like the super greens product, the superfoods, and the plant-based proteins. They put these prebiotics, and that would be like inulin, GABA, certain seeds, certain fibers that will bloat you. So you got to avoid those, unfortunately. So you need to isolate, like, when does bloating start? Okay, what did I just eat? And maybe start cutting down vegetables too. But usually if you cook your vegetables or consume like the fermented ones, like sauerkraut or pickles or kimchi, you're going to be better off. Or even you cook them or just reduce them, that's going to help you. I personally cannot digest broccoli. For some reason, I bloat like crazy, but I can do cabbage. Other people can't do cabbage. So you want to just isolate what it is that is bloating you, and then avoid it, and then start doing intermittent fasting. And I tell you what, I'll just create a video on this next week so you could get the full scoop. But boy, if you just know these basic things, you can avoid a lot of misery. I used to have bloating for years, and I didn't know I would be taking remedies and take antacids and over-the-counter medication. So it was like going in the wrong direction really fast.